Our students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back with another video, and this one is like flying up in your face. This is tight. So, all right, so let's get on with this, and at the end of it, I got some good, important advice for people that are dealing with haters, okay? Stay tuned to the end. Hear that advice. It's good advice. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. You take that stuff with you. All right, so let's get going. I'll show you how to do this one. I love these kind of positions, and I talk about that in the video. Love these type of flying in your face positions. All right, I will ramble because I'm in a good mood right now. So let's get on with the video, and I will see you guys at the end when I give you that, drop that good knowledge on you. You can't see my finger. When I drop that good knowledge on you. All right, let's go. All right, so here we have the finished product, and I forgot what I was about to say. So I'll just say, let's show you how to draw it. Now, as I was saying earlier, I like these when they're coming right at you. It's like up in your face. Had I drawn like a really close-up of this, it would have been more dynamic, and I'm going to start drawing them more dynamically, as in, if I was going to put this in a comic book, or my comic book, I would have drew it a little more harder than this. This is basically just to show you guys how to draw these positions, but I'm going to start drawing as if I'm going to draw a scene from a comic book, just make it more dramatic. That's what I was trying to say. So when you draw stuff like this coming towards you, basically, or when you draw the character leaning down, coming toward you, where you don't see any stomach or crotch or anything like that, your main focus is your shoulders and your delts. That is what you have to learn. So let me show you the big guy first. I don't know what order I was going to do, but let me show you this guy here. Pull out some examples. Now, the one thing that we learn is from like seeing other drawings, and then a lot of times we'll get like toy action figures or something, and we'll kind of draw from that. But the one thing about toys is that the shoulders are not realistic. The shoulders are just not realistic for us to do that. And I've seen a lot of people who couldn't really draw shoulders because this is always flat, and then your arms come up like that, which in real life this scrunches up and it kind of disappears depending on how high you put your arms. So that's kind of like one thing that we do when we're trying to learn how to draw shoulders. It's like a lot of people don't know how to draw the underarm part of the arm or of the torso, because we don't see that and nobody really shows us how to draw that. So we kind of just fake it and just, keep going. So when something is coming at you, a person is coming at you, and I say you don't see any stomach, you don't see any crotch, you don't see anything. It's basically, and I'm trying to get this on camera, it's basically you start seeing the delts. Why is this so dark? I don't know. Let me cut my light on, my overhead light on. All right, and I don't use this light too much because it bleaches out the video, but for this, I don't know why it was getting dark. So for this, let me show you. As I say, once you start turning the figure over, then you deal with your shoulders. I don't think his head, will go up. Surprise, surprise. I don't know, I never really bent his head up since I got him a head. So what you're gonna be dealing with are your traps back here, your trapezius muscles. You got your collarbone and your delts mostly. So your chest is gonna cover, depending on how massive your chest is gonna cover, get it on camera, most of everything below. And it depends on the angle that the person is coming. If he's going if he's going more of an upper angle, you'll see some of this. But if he's coming right at you, you'll see that. Let me see if I can actually do this position on this guy. The thing about this is it's got so much rubber that it doesn't hold certain positions. Let's see, and arms go back. Arms go back. So I mean, it's nice to have, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's gonna be nice. I had to get this thing, but it was like above my pay grade at that time. But then I realized I put some money into it. I said, like, let me just get this thing. So something like this, if it's coming straight at you, it's not quite like that, but if it's coming straight at you, as I say, depends on the angle. Will you see the abs, or will you see more of the back and the buttocks? And if it's pointed to the side, you will see more of this. Like with this, I drew this a little bit too big. I'm not gonna lie, this one wasn't perfect. But that would be more if he's going toward the side. If he had the hands back and you're going to the side, you'll see a little bit of the ribs, yeah. So yeah, so that's what you have to focus on, basically this part up here. And as I say, usually this is as close as you can get to having a a nice drawing figure. When the arms go up, this scrunches up. It doesn't on this one, but it's close. It is as close as you can get. But with this thing, it's kind of weird because the frame underneath of it, it just does its own thing. So let me show you how to do this. As soon as I find my pencil. All right, let me either take this light down or adjust it so it's not so bright. And it all shows that in editing. When I edit, I'm like, what kind of light? Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. All right, so with this, you have your oval. Except instead of going up and down, it's going to be more around like this. Around like that. So you have that center line. You're going to have that V. You want to leave some room for the chest. Okay, so you want to, somewhere up in here, you want to have that V, depending on how far the arms are going back. The further back, I don't know if this one will do it. The further back that you put those arms back, no, it won't do it. The more this is going to go back. This is kind of stable, but this will go like more of an angle like that, depending on how far you put your arms back. So we have this. So you know, if you do a V right here at this point, that's where your neck is going to go. Let's just draw that little neck hole. Neck hole. Right there. So your head is going to go here somewhere, depending on where your what am I saying? With the angle of your head. Drawing is a lot of depends. I don't know what is wrong with me in my throat. Maybe I need to take a drink. If your head is tilted up a little bit, you're going to see some of that neck. If it's down, you won't see that neck. Let me get a drink. All right, focus camera, don't do that to me. Hopefully it was focused while I was drawing. All right, so you have this, and as I say, once you come here, you're gonna have these delts, not delts, your trap. The traps are around, and it goes around here and up your back, which everybody just calls that your shoulders. See if we can show you this. This here, it goes up, and I did a line to show you guys. It goes up and around and up to your neck. That is your traps. It go like this and around and then down your back. So basically, your neck is just a small little thing. Your traps are all back here, and your neck just comes like, show me your neck. This comes in. You have these two muscles here. There's one muscle here. There's one muscle here, and then you have your, what do you call that inside there? I think it's your Adam's apple, and then just like skin around here. So that's just something you have to focus on if you're kind of doing the neck, but you have your traps, and then where they come to a point here, then you can do your circle or your half circle for your delts. And again, it depends on how far back that arm is going. I could have took this way back here, which I'll start doing more dynamic stuff as I go, as I say. So you're gonna have that, and this separates. I just put it in the middle to make sure that I have it, but you have this muscle here, and then this muscle back here. So there's like three pieces, or they call it like three heads to your delts. I almost forgot what I said. But I just put it there, and then I kind of like, if I'm doing muscular, I put like just little indentations right there to show that it is. So this hooks onto the chest, and then it comes around like that. Now with this, I did one side longer, one side shorter. You know, when I ink, anytime I draw, I need to put more stuff up more, but if I'm in a rush, I'll do it, and I'll kind of like forget to really look. I don't put your stuff, cover your stuff up, turn it over, walk away, come back, you'll see your mistakes. Quick, easier. Okay, so we have this now. Realistically, give me my light again. Again, depending on the angle, you may see some of this. You know, if not, you just see that. I like to put just a little bit of stomach in mine when I draw. So you could either take it all the way if this guy is like muscular, like thick, or you can just have a little bit like from here, there. But for me, I kind of like to bring mine down. Or should I take, or come from at least that point down there, and then leave this little bit here, and I'll cover that up with this little bump right there. And then from there, you just have your legs and your arms. It depends on, reaching for my blue pencil, depends on the position. The position. I mean, you can switch legs. This could be the short leg. This could be the long leg. The way I have it is going down. You could like bring it in more to give it a little more dramatic turn. But this is the main part right here. Then you play with it. Like I say, once you get the torso right, the rest is pretty simple. You just have to be able to figure out what do you want to do with your arms and your legs. I'm going to have to pull this camera back because I know it is very close. It is past the blur point. Maybe that was the light. Maybe the light was doing it. And then you can bring the other leg out, and see I'm drawing a whole different picture. But from just this, you can do a number of pictures. I could put both legs back like he's flying straight. I could have, you know, one hand here, one fist here, or bring it down a little bit, like he's coming at you. So that's why I say I love these kind of positions, because there's so much you can do with it, and it's simple. Once you get the torso or the shoulders right, then you know the world is your oyster to put salt and vinegar on and eat it up. So let me just go ahead and show you what I have. You can kind of get to what I'm saying with what I was saying with the other thing. So we have this leg here, add a little shape to your leg, and this leg comes down. So add that. And then, so we have this. I'll add more of a point to this because, you know, your depth does come to a little point. Is it blurring or is it just me? It comes to a little point here. So even when it's going back, you're going to have more, and coming out, you're going to have more of a point here. So we have that little point. We have this part of the arm, which is not going to be as long because it's going back at an angle, and then this part right here. And notice how I'm just doing this kind of shape, kind of almost a triangle, just coming out more and then going back. And then I put my fist right here. I'm not going to do a really detailed to this. So not have it too long. And this is when sometimes I'll do sharp lines, sometimes I'll do round lines. I think, what is that when somebody came out with that style and everything was sharp, all of his edges were sharp. I can't think of what it, but it was one of the guys that we were, when we had the comic book company, he loved that fusion. I think it was fusion style. He loved that style. Everything was like, had sharp edges. And to some degree, I like that when it comes to arms and legs, those sharp edges instead of kind of like making it round. But yeah, so of course, right at the center of this delt, so yeah, center of this delt, get a pen. Let me get me a pen. My lines have worn out because I did this to show you guys. Yes, I marked on my $100 and some figure. You have your bicep that comes around here, and you have your tricep that comes around there. So there's this muscle in between here that comes out, and it makes this big old in the arm. This is not the greatest pen. Maybe I should use a Sharpie, but I don't have a Sharpie in reach. Oh, that's better. And it comes out, and it goes here, and it comes around, and it actually goes like toward the thumb, and then you have these extra muscles that come out there, and then your delt, bicep, tricep comes around here, and you have this like straight shot that goes down here to your elbow, and of course this splits in half like that. So I don't know if that's going to smear or not. Hopefully it won't, but yeah. I forgot while I was drawing this, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay, so your bicep is going to, bicep, tricep, your bicep is going to separate right where that point is. That's going to be to the front, and then your tricep is going to go toward the back. Something you don't really have to draw that much of because you're focused on this part here. And as I said, that little center thing goes to the thumb. That little centerpiece goes to your thumb. So if I did this, and that, and here's my head. I can lift my head up, I can lift my head down, which means I won't see too much neck. And then this here, you have these little inner pieces, which are these right here. It's just basically this, they're sunk into your neck. It's sunken in. So it gives you these little diamond triangle things that go in to your neck. Sometimes I'll draw it, sometimes I won't. Depending on if I'm drawing like somebody just really massive, I'll do it. If not, I won't. So I think there was something else I wanted to say, but so I'm not going to ink this. I'm just going to leave it as is because you've seen this, you know the actual steps. And I think that's going to be it for this video. I've got some more I have to edit. And you don't want to make this too big. You don't want to have the back too big. Unless he's like a massive, big character. Remember, this goes back and it goes up the neck, but if the neck is down here, you don't want to have it too high up on the neck. So okay, so one thing I want to mention before we go, let's talk about people putting their art online. You are always going to have haters, okay? Number one, be true to yourself. Do what you love do your art, be happy. Do not worry about people, what people have to say. You will always have haters, okay? There'll be people that will hate pepperoni on their pizzas. You're going to have people that's going to hate this particular football team. You're going to have people that hate this particular type of music. You're going to have people that hate comic books. So even us, we hate things too. You know, we just won't go to the degree of voicing our opinion so much. But you're going to always have haters that hate your stuff or talk bad about your stuff. Do what you love doing and don't worry about people hating. The problem a lot of people have is that every 2 seconds, oh, I got to see what somebody says. Oh, I got to see what. Put that down. Put your phone down. You put out because you love doing it. You know, if you worry about what everybody say, there might be somebody's little grandkid in their mama's basement, or somebody who doesn't have a job in their mama's basement, you know, talking smack about your stuff to bring you down. Don't let people steal your joy from doing what you do. I mean, you know, I'm not Jim Lee. I'm not, you know, Scott Williams. I'm not, you know, as good as some of these guys, but I enjoy doing this and I enjoy showing you what I know. I'm not going to let a hater say, you know, oh, Brian, you need to stop drawing because you can't draw, you know, and then say, oh, you know, you're right. I'm going to just stop and I'm going to get a job at McDonald's or something. No, I enjoy this. And people enjoy seeing that. I know that I'm giving you knowledge that I didn't have when I was young. So that's my joy, is trying to help other people. So I also had a comment from, it was an art professor at a college, and I'm like, wow, you know, thank you, you know. So he said, you know, he enjoyed my channel and my art was good. So for me, that was a big plus hearing that. But you know, I don't go searching on Facebook to see all the comments on my thing. I rarely go. If you don't, you know, write to me, I usually don't go to see the comments. I need to do that to answer a lot of people, because a lot of you guys are sending a good comments, but I don't just go look for it. So I mean, if I'm there, I'll look at it. But most times I just draw, put out, draw and put out. But yeah, don't worry about the haters saying you don't do, stop moving your hands, get your hands away. Saying you can't do this, or you know, your art sucks, or you don't draw, you trace, you whatever, you copy, whatever. Don't worry about that. You know, that's your skill. Develop your skills better and then show the world what you are. Put out something every couple days, every week or whatever, to show people, hey, you know, I'm a good artist. I'm putting this stuff out. So that is something for you guys to take with you, for you guys who are dealing with haters or people that's trying to put you down or say bad stuff about you. Don't listen to them. Look at your art. Do what you enjoy doing and keep putting out, because somebody will see your art one day and say, hey, love that stuff. I got a job for you, a commission for you, or something. Love your character. I want to use your character in my comic book or my movie or whatever. So don't let the haters bring you down. Keep drawing. Have fun. All right, so we'll see you guys later. I'm going to wrap up this video. Put this there in the front so you can see the finished product. And call us when it wraps. And in a couple more days, I'll have another one out. So see you guys later.